So it is our expectation that you would partner with us to deliver what is today a historic town hall meeting with youths of the Niger Delta. Thank you once more. Thanks for your cooperation. Announce the presence of Honorable Kirian C. Uchebu. He is the Imo representative in the 4th Governing Board of the Niger Delta Development Commission. A hand of applause for him. One who is no longer a strange name because of his high and important commitment to the empowerment of youth in the region. One who is on the driver's seat of the train all through the 8th and today has become the 9th state of the Niger Delta region in terms of the town hall meeting. On this note, may I respectfully introduce the presence of the special advisor to the NDDC on youth, sports, culture, and women affairs, Barrister George Alaptona, member of the Order of the Niger. Sir, you're welcome. Director General Jonathan Youth Vanguard, Mr. Ebis Zenibo Orubebe.
Imo Youth, grace. Great Niger Delta Youth, grace.
Respectfully, invite the Imo State Rep to present his welcome address.
Grace.
Yes, Imo State is a Christian state and we do nothing outside God. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my performing and pragmatic and wonderful SA. I don't know whether to call it SA political or SA on Niger Delta affairs. But what is important is that this is the man who is the special assistant to the managing director and CEO of the 4th Governing Board, Chief Sir Barrister Dan Abia. He is the man who is driving the vehicle of the youth, women, and culture affairs in NDDC, MD's office. I want to welcome you specially to this state. Distinguished Imo youths, what I want to say today is that we have come here to do just one thing. And what is it? We have come to actually make sure that the Imo youths form part and parcel of the movement of the real program of NDDC for the Niger Delta youths. We have come today to make sure that the Igbo youths are aligned, are put in line with other youths of the Niger Delta region to know what this 4th Governing Board has in package for the entire Niger Delta youth. The 4th Governing Board, as anchored by our MD's 3-program agenda, we have over % focus on the youth. Because we'll talk about wealth creation, we'll talk about employment, we'll talk about capacity building. Can you build capacity on a dying man? Can you employ the age? No. If you are creating wealth, that wealth must be for the youth. Therefore, we have gathered here today to listen to the driver of the Niger Delta youth empowerment, employment, capacity building, wealth creation movement, who is the SA to MD, to highlight you on the things that you expect. I want to tell you that by the grace of God, this board has come to impact on the youth. We have come to do it the different way. One might ask, what is it that NDDC has done all this while? For the purposes of those who don't go through NDDC programs and events, or who don't know what we have done, I want to tell you that Imo State is NDDC programs, and that is why we thought it wise that now we want to go into real youth empowerment. Our state youth must be carried along so that the number that comes here will go into the state, nooks and crannies, and let everybody know, both from the oil producing area and the entire parts of Imo State. As we are talking today, we have a road that leads from Isinweke in Okigbe zone to Amogoke to Okigbe, all in Okigbe zone. NDDC is doing it. And as I'm talking to you, the one here, Avo, to Eteguru in Eboma, we have just kicked it off. The road is going to be dualized. These are capital projects. But why we are here today is talk about the one that concerns the youth, which is empowerment, employment, and wealth creation. If you are not employed and you are wealthy, you don't need employment, you create it. You don't need employment, you create it. So now that we have found ourselves in this place, I beg you of one thing, listen to the SA to tell us the package he has come with. He's a youth like you, as you can see, so that at the end of it all, you know what you are going with, and you queue into this developmental effort of NDDC through the youth. So, and I want to assure you that, hello, are we listening? That whatever NDDC is doing, the youth program must be on top, because we have to now to drive it. On behalf of the Niger Delta Development Commission, on behalf of the Niger Delta Development Commission, by the power bestowed on me as the member representing Imo State on the fourth floor of NDDC, I hereby declare this town hall meeting open.
Was speaking, he made mention of the fact that Imo youths must be empowered. Imo youths must be empowered, and I think he deserves your hand of applause. Great Imo youths, privilege to invite this to give us his opening remark. Thank you, sir.
Imo youths kwanu. Imo youths mmamanu. Imo youths kwazwanu. Great Imo youths. Great Niger Delta youths. Your Excellency, a representative of the good people of Imo State, the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, our own leader, dear Honorable Kenya, the youth movement, Mr. Felix Obona, National President of Niger Delta Student Senior Government, Mr. Tom Brayala, Senior Special Assistants to the Governor of Bayelsa State on Youth Student Matters, Special Duties Student Affairs, who are here with us, Barristers Agorodi Awumapu and Nelson Abale. My brother, the Director General of the Jonathan Youth Vanguard, the Head of the Corporate Affairs, the NDDC Office of Imo State, and other management staff here with us. My very able lieutenant, the youth liaison officers, the office of the SA Youth, my dear leaders in Imo State, General Amechi and General Voko, I recognize you, your presence here with us. Thank you for finding time to identify with this town hall meeting. Our dear youths of Imo State, let me begin by thanking all of you for being here today. I congratulate you for being part of history. I congratulate you for availing yourself to be part of the moving train. Let me emphasize that we have gone through the length and breadth of this region, preaching the gospel of the Danabia 3-point agenda for youth development and empowerment. We have traversed the nooks and crannies of this region, consulting and collating opinion from our youth leaders. I like to say that the contribution and of course positions we have gotten so far across the region from our youth leaders have been very, very encouraging and of course of high class. It is therefore my belief and expectation that Imo State will not fall short of our expectation. Today, you are to be doing more of the talking because we have come here to listen to you. We have come here to get ideas from you on how you want us to design and implement development and empowerment programs that concern you. But let me just say for the record that we have a new NDDC under the able leadership of two distinguished Niger Deltas. First, distinguished Senator Basi Ewa Henshaw, who is chairing the board, the fourth governing board of the NDDC. And then Sir Barrister Basi Danabia KJW, who the managing director CEO, who is of course leading the management team. Now the board and management of NDDC have come out clearly to say that youth empowerment is the focus. Therefore, we are very grateful that in our time, God has blessed us, President Goodluck Jonathan has blessed us with a board and a management that have come and now thinking about the youth. Is to take full advantage of the opportunities here presented to us. The MD CEO of the NDDC, of the new NDDC, my boss, Principal Sir Barrister Basi Danabia, in line with his dream and vision to develop and empower the Niger Delta youth, of course in keeping with the transformation agenda of Mr. President, have come up with 3-point agenda for youth development and empowerment. These agendas include capacity building, employment generation, and wealth creation. Under capacity building, the MD CEO, through the instrumentality and support of the board, in another 4 years, will be concentrating his effort in building capacity of our youth and giving skills in formal and informal, train our youth. Those who are talented, we train them. Those who are gifted, we train them. At the end of the day, the idea is to move away our youth from the streets and get them constructively engaged. Therefore, we are hoping that in a short while from now, we will begin the mass journey of Niger Delta youth in the construction industry. To make POP, tiling, carpentry, and other skills in the construction industry. As you are aware, the construction industry in Nigeria, and particularly the Niger Delta, is the fastest growing. But what is painful is that we have sat over the years, and we have watched over the years, and we have been so careless about developing our youth over the years that today, if you sit down to calculate the capital flights, who make POP for us, who make tiling for us, who does plastering for us, and you will understand the critical need to get our youth. And so, preparations and negotiations with some institutes of high repute, both local and offshore, have reached an advanced stage to getting our youth properly trained and equipped in the construction skills. This in completing some critical ongoing infrastructure that will in turn generate direct employment for our people. For instance, the ongoing industrial parks across the region, we are hopeful when completed and put to good use will generate direct jobs for Niger Delta youths around the region. The fast tracking of ongoing rice mills across the region, industries such as the rice processing and cassava processing industries will generate direct employment opportunities for our people. And so we are taking very seriously the completion of such ongoing critical infrastructure. You are aware that we have fast-tracked some of our university hostels, and we have commissioned that of Federal University of Technology, Owerri, within the short time of stay in office of this board. I think they deserve a hand of applause. The commission have also fast-tracked and completed the Elele Alimini rice mill, which is very close to you people here. In fact, to show the seriousness with which the new NDDC attaches in completing critical projects that will generate direct jobs for our people, the board themselves constituted an ad hoc technical committee to fast-track the rice mill projects. The Honourable Commissioner here is a board member. He can attest to the fact that some of those projects, serious work, are now ongoing. We are also, in no distant time from now, partnering with some multinationals and development partners to negotiate direct job placement for our youth, our unemployed graduates. Under this arrangement, we are linking up locally and internationally, and so consultant services have been engaged to come up with a workable database that will have our unemployed youth key in their credentials and qualifications that will be available at the international market. And so very shortly we will be launching what we call the Niger Delta Share. The Share program is a program where we collect data of unemployed youth in the Niger Delta region, provide a veritable market strategy, and launch them at the international scene for every other employment and job employers of labor, of course, can access, and at a go will see a qualified Niger Delta youth for engagement. Under wealth creation, we are trying to pursue some innovative skills, and so by the grace of God and to show clear commitment of the Basit Arabia-led management team of the NDDC. We are keying the Mr. President Youth Innovative Program for Youth Empowerment called You Win. You Win is a youth program that at the presidential level have worked very well and still working. Very transparent, and a lot of Nigerian youths have had cause to have their destiny changed, have had cause to have their ideas and innovation put to practical use. And so we cannot help but tap in on every good policies and programs of the center and also see how we can get our youth in the Niger Delta to key in. And so in no distant time from now, we will be launching what we call the You Win Niger Delta. The You Win Niger Delta will be restricted only for Niger Delta youths, and you key in your business ideas and innovations, and then you win grants ranging from 1 million to 10 million to help you to develop your business. It is a grant, so we do not expect that you will pay back because it's not a loan. But when you get this grant, we will also expect that you will consider yourself very lucky, and privileged that the Niger Delta Commonwealth has been given to you to develop yourself and also to develop people around you, and of course be employer of labor. Beneficiaries of the You Win Niger Delta program. We are hopeful that through this program, we are set as a commission to build young entrepreneurs and young millionaires in another 4 years. So, youth of Imo State, I therefore wish to challenge you today that the opportunities are so many, the potentials are so high, and the management of the new NDDC is committed. You have no excuse, therefore, not to be creative. You have no excuse, therefore, not to be innovative. And so the choice is now yours to make. For a very long time, we've been crying and yearning for an administration that will be youth-friendly, for an administration that will understand the critical need to develop and empower the Niger Delta youth. Of course, the policy thrust is that yes, development is good, but if you finish all your money in building road, and then you have not built the human beings to drive on the road, nobody will be able to purchase a car to drive on the road. And so we must build our youth. And so we must build our economic base. And the only way to do so is to build our entrepreneurial sector. And so we are partnering with development partners and key stakeholders to encourage our Niger Delta youth to do business. Now, for those of you who are also contractors, one of the very major challenge, of course, depriving you from participating effectively in NDDC bidding processes and contracting is the issue of registration with NDDC before you can be a valid contractor. This management have come, and the MD CEO and his team, because they know that the poverty level amongst our youth is so high that our people do not have money to register business. Even when they manage to register business with CSC, they don't have such monies to register with the commission to be able to do business. We have abolished the registration of contractors. So you are now free. All you need to do is to own your business name, register with CSC, and freely you can do business with the Niger Delta Development Commission. So all of these are initiatives put together by the 4th governing board, and of course, heavily led by our distinguished Senator Basia Henshaw and the rest of the members, and indeed the management team, to continue to build capacity in our youth. So this afternoon, you have an opportunity to tell us how you feel about the NDDC, our youth initiative, youth development programs over the years. What are the impacts? How do we make progress? How do we go forward? What do you think about our program? What other programs do you think we should implement to empower the youth? These are the reasons for which we have visited Imo State today. The second is that Our projects within your locality, how are they faring? Our contractors living up to the bidding? Our projects, are they delivered in line with standards and of course desired quality? Our contractors, are they on site? Do you have issues with our project? Please, this is an avenue for you to talk to us. The Honorable Commissioner is here. Whatever you raise with us here, I assure you with all amount of seriousness that we'll get back all raw as you present them to my boss, the MDCO, of course, who will look at them critically and implement. So I'd like to thank you. The warm reception you have given to us today since we arrived has been very wonderful. I can even say that Imo State is almost topping the chart now. The states that have received us very well. I don't know, maybe other women. I don't know who is leading. It's like Edo is leading. Edo is leading. Oh, Cross River is leading. I thought Bayelsa is the one leading. So I thank you, my dear brothers and sisters. Dear Commissioner have declared this session open, and so the conversation will now begin. Thank you and God bless you. To begin the town hall meeting in NL, but I would like to appeal that please let us be very civil in our contribution. Let us be very mature in the way we handle our opinion. Where is Babs? I'm a representative of Niger Delta Youth Movement here, NDYM. Do we have the umbrella youth body of Imo Youth? Umbrella youth body of Imo Youth. What is the name? Huh? No, that is for Nigeria. Imo Youth Forum. Imo Youth Forum, is that the umbrella body for Imo Youth? Yes. Do we have ethnic youth bodies, representative of ethnic youth bodies? How many ethnic youth bodies do we have in Imo State? Especially those from the oil producing areas. Ebema youth is it movement or forum or congress or council? United and National Congress of our youth. United Ebema Youth, do we have a representative here? United Ebema Youth. Then which one again? Ethnic youth group within the oil producing area of Imo State. We'll give you 2-3 minutes to go and consult with Foko outside. Please go and consult. Do we have National Council for Women Societies? Yes. National Council for Women Societies. Where is the person, the representative? They are not here. Where is the representative? Where? Okay, for market women. Yes. Honorable Glory, Odimeji. Which market did they sell? What will be our position? I am the president. National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS. We don't have. Do we have Imo National Association of Imo Students? National Association of Imo State Students.
Great Nigerian youths. Great Niger Delta youths. NDYM. Time for change. Please permit me to hide under the existing protocols. My names are Comrade Omoroka Kingsley Chigozie, Imo State Chairman, Niger Delta Youth. And on behalf of NDYM Imo State Chapter, we welcome our leader, our brother, the youth mobilizer, a man who has come to assist the youth to take us to the promised land. My leader, you are most welcome to Imo State. Together with the youth of Imo State, we are saying you are highly known to Imo State. And as you have come, may the Almighty God grant you Johnny Mesigo. At the end of the day, your coming to Imo State will be a blessing to this state. Actually, there are challenges facing us at the level of the youth in Imo State. In the first place, I want to talk about employment. When you look at the employment in NDDC Commission, you will find out that the youth of Imo State are not being represented. If I say not being represented at all. So I want you to assist us, use your good office to liaise with the MD to see how they can create more employment opportunity for the youth of Imo State. Two, I want to talk about skill acquisition. For example, if you want to empower the youth on youth empowerment, you create empowerment that when they go into it, the youth will be properly empowered. For example, there are youth programs that was embarked on 2006, 2007, 2009, and 2010. Some youth were sent to Sapele for agriculture, some were sent for weather, and as I speak with you today, those youth only have certificates without empowerment of any kind. So I want NDDC Commission to make sure that whichever skill acquisition they want to embark on, it should be payable, so that these youth can be reasonable, they can be good for themselves. When they are reasonable, they will be reasonable for themselves, for the family, and for the society. Three, I want to talk about job. I want to talk about wealth creation. I thank you that you've mentioned wealth creation as one of your agendas. Please, in wealth creation, agricultural loan should be given to youths so that these youths can have 1 or 2 naira to begin to say, for example, there are some graduates that graduated. You and I know that today in Nigeria there is serious problem of unemployment. But when the youth graduate and probably have an advantage of having a loan of 1 million naira, 2 million naira, that will go a long way to better the life of that youth. So I want us to see how we can go into wealth creation, possibly creating avenue for loaning system where the youth can benefit. And I want to as well talk about issue of projects. Please and please, there are no NDDC projects in Imo State. When I say there are no NDDC projects in Imo State, I want to talk about more especially the oil producing local government in Imo State, Ohajibema and Oguta. To be precise with you, as I speak with you, since I was born till today, there is no electricity in my community.
That is true.
And if I am 35 or I am 38 or I am 40, now look at my father. Possibly my father should be around 100 or 80 or 70. Means since the creation of this earth, we have not seen light, and the oil company continue to extract oil in our backyard. And at the end of the day, those that doesn't have even common pipeline will be having electricity, will be enjoying electricity 24 hours. It is a shameful thing. And when we come out, we will say we have oil, and we don't have all it takes to be proud as people who owns the oil. I want to speak to you today, my essay, with due respect. I'm sorry because of time constraint. When I want to let you understand that, please. Please, I want to let you to understand that all the roads in the oil producing communities of this state, to be precise, on Hajjiroma local government and Lubuta, they are not motorable. And there are more abandoned projects. Please, let us see how we can call back our contractors. So please, and assist us to make sure that if we come out and say we are oil producing, that oil producing, it will be physical. Then when you go to our places, you will see the benefits, and that will make us happy, and that will make us have a way of accommodating even the oil companies. So because of time constraints, permit me to stop here. Thank you very much.
Chairman NDDC, maybe because you are the chairman of NDDC, we will forgive the fact that you stretched us beyond the time allowed. Maybe that's what makes you chairman. But I would like to appeal that other speakers please assist us keeping time. 2 minutes should be 2 minutes, please. No youth assembly. Who is the youth leader? United Ebema Youth Assembly. Come and make your position, please. 2 minutes. The students' community, are you ready? Who is speaking, please?
Permit me to hide under the existing protocol. I am Comrade Obrianzo Chimdi, the Niger Delta Student Union Government State Coordinator. I want to first of all start by thanking the Management Board of Niger Delta Development Commission. This wonderful gesture is going to be written in our hearts for as long as we live. We thank you very much, and I will not forget the wonderful kindness of the hostels that was provided for us, especially in my own institution, the Federal University of Technology, where the hostel has been commissioned. It is a wonderful thing, and we are actually, the problem of accommodation, as we all know, has been actually eradicated by this hostel that was given to us. Even the hostel in Insu, we want to remind you, sir, that this thing you have done for us, we will not want you to forget that some of those things, like the hostel in Insu, has not yet been completed. And that of Futu, some of the hostels do not have beds. And our management, the management of the institutions have complained over it. And we promise to convey the message to you. Sir, one other problem we have is concerning the undergraduate skill. The undergraduate skill acquisition and scholarship. Our students, as we are greatest Nigerian students, Niger Delta students.
Taking position from the student community. So please, we would like to continue from where we stopped.
Andrew Chimdi, the State Coordinator, Niger Delta Student Union Government. Before the interruption, I've actually thanked my hero to try and inform our SA that it's not just in Futu and in Imsu that these hostels are actually required. We have like 7 institutions here in Imo State, and it will be wonderful if the same hostel can be extended to all of them. Poly, Nekede, Imo Poly, Federal Polytechnic, Nekede, Alvan, Fecolat, College of Health, equally need the same hand of blessing, because I see it as a blessing to the students. In that same regard, I will not forget to actually talk about the undergraduate scholarship and skill acquisition, because it will be in our society today, we come to see that if you don't have a prior knowledge concerning any entrepreneurship stuff, when you come out, you tend to be looking for employment from the government. So it will be a wonderful thing, sir, that the students will be availed the opportunity to be taught in different skills, so that as they are coming out as graduates, they can be gainfully employed and equally be self-employed as well. It will help Nigeria and the students and equally the youth to grow. To that same note, the skill acquisition. The scholarship has been limited actually to universities. The Nigerian students and in Imo State, we have polytechnics, we have College of Health, we have all that. So I would equally like the NDDC to stretch out their hands to polytechnics, College of Arts, the skill acquisition projects. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much from the student point of view. The next will be Imo Youth Federation. Do they have a representative?
Great Imo Youth. Greatest Imo Youth. I'm Commander Chukwudi, the president of Imo Youth Forum. My SSR, the problem that we are having, one, is marginalization. From the management board to our state management board. Two is the sharing formula, because we want to know our quota for our states and also the quota from the state to the youth, because the board have not been fair to we the Imo youth, because when you go to other states, the youths are being carried along accordingly, but when it comes to we the Imo youth, we've not been carried along. So we want to ask and to know if we are not among the 9 Niger Delta states, or we don't have oil that comes from our state. 3, just to do with the empowerment. We've not been empowered when it comes to skills acquisitions, scholarships, and vocational trainings. We've been denied all this while, all these rights, and we are using this medium to tell you as our essay to the MD on youth and sports matters, to relate to him based on these 3 issues. Thank you.
The Emblema United Emblema Youth Assembly, I will read it now. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Members of the United. My name is Jazz Chineke Ebabara, President of my Youth Association. Youth Progress. Youth Progress. Let's see. They are talking about addition. Yes. We don't even know if Imo States is not part of Niger Delta. Let me narrow down to the area that produce oil. We have Ahadi, Ibema, and Lubuta that produce oil in Imo States currently. Now I know that from the national level, we have sharing formula. So I want to know if the sharing formula is not, if Imo State is not inclusive in that sharing formula. Two, we'll talk about employment. If you go to our commission now, you will see that the main oil producing communities are not working there. We are just few. So this is a mandation to oil producing areas. If you talk about these seminars, we are not being carried along. If you are not around when we are going to have a kind of argument here, but we maintain ourselves. So all these things, they are talking about skill acquisition, which other states have doing. Like our opportunity to be in Ondo states. In Ondo State, it's only one government is producing oil. That's Ilasha. If you go there, if you talk about these secretariats, the secretariat is built in that particular place that has the oil. But in Imo State, it's a different case. We will travel all the way from about 30 kilometers to Owerri. We are not implementing well in that oil sector. So our people are not happy. And the reason of projects, major projects that is coming to the states are being given to other oil producing communities, whereas the people who have the oil don't even have anything to talk about. So I know that maybe we will talk about other things too. So let me stop from here. Thank you.
I think going forward, if somebody else have said what you intended saying, you can just adopt. Say I stand on, so that we make progress. Prezo, thank you very much. Your points are noted. Marginalization and continue to future. Okay, to give the vocal.
To the MD and Niger Delta, all protocols to be observed. Let me quickly say the Igbo people heard you well and welcome the tripod vision of the new MD of NDDC. I want to say that the second and the last speakers made mention of marginalization and marginalization and marginalization again. The details of how we were being marginalized were not stated. And if not stated, the problem, if it is to be solved, may not be solved the appropriate way. So I beg to reiterate on the same facts they have presented. I want to start by talking about marginalization of Imo State people with special emphasis to the oil producing areas of the state. Yes, yes, sir. With due respect, I want to tell you that there is a sharing formula. And that sharing formula clearly states that those that produce oil are entitled to 60% of the dividends of oil. Here we have two local governments that produce oil in Imo State. We also note that the same sharing formula stipulates that 10% goes to the trunk line host communities, like the pipeline communities, which still falls within the same oil producing areas. And then 30% to the state, which the oil producing local governments are still part of. Use. We now say that because of the level of marginalization we are facing, today you hear that people in high authority divert our projects. Today we hear that at the level of NDDC, they will tell us we produce 1.9%, 2.9%, 3.9%, and so what? And we are saying as Imo State people that if we must go to equity, we must go with clean hands. And going with clean hands entails, going with clean hands entails doing justice to the people. that those laws were stated, they were made for the people, and so should be applied. A situation where somebody from any place, maybe you're a governor, maybe you're in one place, highly placed place, where most of those who produce oil cannot attain or have not been can write to NDDC, relocating projects from made for oil producing communities to his local government. The people that produce oil say no to that. So we want to say we are angry with that. We want to say that there is an employment method used as an employment method as at when Ompadek was invoked, embraced the oil producing local governments. And that is why we can account for some deputy directors, some highly placed persons who are close to retirement now. In no distant time, when they retire, we will not even have a cleaner. Because another method of employment that does not have the interest of those that produce oil along has been introduced. We want you to note that and ensure that with the spirit of the positive change your MD and the entire board of NDDC has introduced, that can reflect also to be able to carry us along to avoid restiveness. The SSR, we want to say that struggle, we say, has come to an end, especially when it comes to arms struggle. But today, it is like struggle is beginning to start in Imo State because we are not recognized. I want to say with emphasis to the issue of the water hyacinth. I want to also recognize the fact that it was under your tenure that the few number, not more than 5, that Imo State got, they got. And we want for them to say that even though we say it is not enough, even though we say that with that same spirit of fairness, that if Imo State cannot get the same with Akwa, Rivers and Bayelsa based on production capacity, our due share should be given to us. In essence, we are saying that we should respect the principle, the already existing sharing formula as concerns that production capacity of Imo State. We are not asking for more. We also want to say that in our capacity, we've been in the struggle and we have all laid down our arms. And the president that we are dying for, the president who will continue to die for, the president that has funded NDDC has always said, go and empower the youth. And we will not say that this instruction that has affected the Bayelsa people, the Edo people, the Delta and the River State cannot be good to Igbo people. I am a general, for instance, and I know that I lay down arms and people lay down arms. It does not affect, it is not negative if we can say that this water hyacinth, that recognition should be given to those who have laid down their arms. Maybe I may not be struggling today to get water hyacinth, but there are so many things that I know that I have to struggle to get. And if I am the only one getting water hyacinth, and the people you see here have not gotten, and they are not recognized, and their mates out there are recognized, I want to tell you, we will and entire reject that. I want to say, finally, that something happened in presidential, and up till now, questions are still being raised. We have come home and employed our people in diaspora, all the Igbo people, the boys that fought the war, with various leaders. We have brought them together home. We have been able to go home to and meet with various stakeholders from Imo State, and we were able to galvanize ourselves, put ourselves together in readiness for water hygiene. Use progress. And we are saying that the way we are putting ourselves together, we are looking forward to you giving a swift reaction and making sure what we do what we do well. Use progress.
Another 5 goes up for good luck again.
Leader Voko, I thank you so much for your contributions. I can even say that we can close with those words, because truly he has represented the entire aspiration of the Imo youth. Let me say that from General, it will be only fair to also call on our other leader from the other side to say one or two things and make it.
My names are General Emeka Igwe. I think Boko has said it all. We all agree for him to say these things. But I will say there are other things that I think you need to look into. But it will not be fair when, after your visit, you see more youth coming to NDDC gate to come and agitate for one thing or the other. It will show that you did not hear us well. On the strength of that, we want to point out, to talk about abandoned projects. We have so many abandoned projects in our area. But top in the list is a Nebuku Bridge. I think the project has been abandoned. We've not seen the contractor for some time now. And also, Bodo, St. Michael's Road has also been abandoned. I will say, we want to inform you that also Bodo, St. Michael's Road. I also want to inform you that our youth went for various training by NDDC, and we learned that most of their colleagues have been settled. And they are all complaining. They've led several protests to NDDC gate over here, those in poetry and others. Please, yesterday, we are begging you so that you can look into the matter as a matter of your jurisdiction, to look into those ones who have gone for training and they are yet to be settled. In addition to what our friend said, tonight when we are doing introduction, we talked about Good Luck Campaign Youth Group. I don't know if I'm right. I think it's proper for you to have youths who are willing to die for Good Luck. I think it's only proper for you to make such organization stable in Igbo land, which is Imo State. We are solidly behind the president, and we please, if you permit, to liaise with our brother who is working with the MD2. My name is Ekozoka, Mo Youth. From that, I think we are going to propagate the good work of Mr. President, who is overperforming for our people. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. You have always been a source of strength to some of us, and I like to say that yourself and Voko, you have provided leadership for us here. And we continue to partner with you.
Life is beautiful. What you think so?
Yeah, so I think it's important we hear from the women too. Where are our women? Market Women Association, Imo Women, Imo Grassroots, something. Yeah? I don't have that paper here.
To stand on the existing protocol. My name is Princess Chiwonjoka from Ukuta local government. I'm the state director, grassroots, Niger Delta grassroots women. So, in addition in what our youth have been saying, I just want to make 3 points. One is in terms of contracts. Most of the contracts that they give NDDC, they will go far away, like from Ondo or Niger State, and bring contractors. And the contractor will do whatever he wants to do and go away with our money, and he will not give us solid contracts. We want to appeal to you that most of the contracts should be given to us here, indigenous contractors. Like our sons, most of them are registered contractors, but we don't have the opportunity. 2 is the youth empowerment that they used to give to other people, but we don't have. Then the NDDC, these skill acquisition centers that they do in other places, we don't have here. Then the youth, this thing that they give, they used to give it to Imo State, but the people that benefit from it is outside the oil producing local government, which Ohajebe and Lubuta are the major stakeholders. Please, I want you people to remember our youth, the flying boats that you people are sharing. We have waters here, we have rivers, we have water lake, we have Rush rivers. So we need most of those things. The scholarship. Last time I understand that they gave almost 100 scholarships to Igbo people. Ukut and Ohajebe, who are the major stakeholders that are suffering the past years. Our lands have been used by the oil companies. We don't get anything. We need the scholarships. We only have little more than 5% of it. It's only 1 or 2 persons that have it. Please, on that note, I want you people to still remember we women, because we are the beneficiaries of the lost. We are their mothers. And if they are not being treated well, the whole plans and everything, their naggings will descend on us. Please, I want you to look into these things and know what to do. Thank you very much.
I think we should just go through some of the points straight, because clearly everybody's centering their speech on one and same empowerment issues, marginalization, and of course getting to encourage our indigenous contractors. The new NDDC is addressing it, and I assure you, under served by Sabasi Gamabia, we will try as much as possible to be fair and just to all.